Welcome to this student overview for the application of LearnSmart, McGraw-Hill's adaptive technology. So when the student logs into the home page with this world history program, you'll see that LearnSmart is listed on their toolbar as well as a featured resource. So the student would go into either of these. Now, what I'm going to show you first here is if the teacher has not assigned LearnSmart and you want to just go in and study on your own and work through the chapters, you can do that. And this is what it's going to look like. So it'll open up to the chapters. It does say assignments, and it says behind, but never mind with that. The self-study is here, but either way, it's going to record your information, and it's going to ask you if you want it recorded. And so say we're going into the age of exploration. So the first thing that you might want to do is familiarize yourself with the topics of this particular chapter. And you can see the topics over here in the left. You can get rid of those topics and just go on to LearnSmart, or you can outline the chapter and just sort of see what you know.
In this exercise, you'll practice and evaluate your overview of the chapter.
Your reading coach is going to explain what you need to do at this point. So here we can take a look at the three columns, and the idea is just to drag the headings to where you think they fit. So here it's like there are about 5 different areas that I need to work on. Let's reduce this a little bit so I see that this is the full page of the book, and this is the book that you have in print. If you have one in print, this is the book that you see as an ebook in Networks. And so as you go through, it looks like this is grayed out a little bit, so that is on purpose. So what we're going to do is look at the narrative of the text, and you have the reading, and the highlighted areas are those areas that, as it says right here, this section is highlighted because it contains topics that are especially important for you. So these are the major objectives, and each one of these highlighting is associated with questions so that you can demonstrate that you know. And this should be the question that's going to be asked if I click on the practice icon. And so the questions come in many different formats, so about 9 different formats. So read carefully, click the answer you think is right, just click on an answer here. That's the first way that the computer is going to understand whether you know this topic or not. The other is your metacognitive awareness, and be honest here. So, okay, there, I'm kind of unsure about that. And so it says, I got that wrong. It gives me a little bit of information. I can actually click on read about this as well. So the metacognitive awareness is the second way the computer knows whether you understand the content. And the third way is how long it takes you. So if I click on read about this, it's going to take me back to that area, that highlighted area where the question was based. And so I can click back on the question and go on. Now, will I see that question again? Yes, I probably will see that question again. So if I click on the hamburger menu and I go to the reports, I can see that there are various types of reports that I can access just because I've answered a question. And so if I click on the learning status, so if I look at the age of exploration here, well, I haven't completed anything yet, so there's nothing to show there. But the topic scores show that actually I went into the age of exploration and I spent 41 seconds on it, and I did not get that question correct. So what is the question? Let's look at the missed questions, and I can see that that is the question. So now if I go down and I can answer the question again and try to get it right. Now the most challenging learning objectives are here, and that's actually good for your teacher to know if you continue to miss things, that maybe that instruction should come your way. The self-assessment is that metacognitive awareness, and the aware that you knew the answer, of course, is the best. The tree of knowledge is just a different way of looking at your learning and how much you comprehend. Is going to leaf out, and you will see that the tree is complete. And that's your signal that you've completed what you needed to complete. Your teacher may give you a quiz, but this is a practice quiz you can just take yourself. So you can go in and you can just quiz yourself on the particular chapters if you feel like you want to test yourself. So there are other things that you can do here. The settings, if you are an English language learner, you may be able to select the language that you speak and change the information, the instructions, the headings. So I'm going to go back to the table of contents. Now you can see with the age of exploration. There's only a little bit. I've just started this, so it's going to show that I have 2% at this point, but it will monitor my progress as I go through. So that's if the teacher has not assigned it. So close out of LearnSmart, and when you come back in, you'll have all that information there. Remember that assignments come through LearnSmart. They will not be attached to my assignments or on my homepage to-do list. And LearnSmart is accessed both in the tabs and also as a featured resource. Good luck. Thank you. Take care.